All right, guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the Tipped Out Podcast. This is episode 28. Very exciting one here for you. Here with my co-host Danny Christie from Danny Christie Golf, and myself, Brandon from Balanced Performance Golf. Tonight, our two guests are sports analysts that we're getting on the channel. We have Ryan Clark and Zach Barrett, old Delhi teammates and roommates. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Doing good, man. How about you? How's Florida? Danny, how's Florida? You liking it?
It's great, man. I might just stay.
Yeah, right?
It's probably better than the 8 inches of snow that just dropped here today. So
Oh, did you shovel, Ryan?
I did. Shoveled and plowed. It was great.
Yeah, we
About
had
8 inches
bombs
of rain,
cyclone.
though. 8 inches of rain at the Players.
Yeah, a little bit.
Palmer and I played golf today in just gale force winds.
Tornado watch.
I saw
Well,
the
you guys can give us a little preview of what happened today then.
I saw the video on Palmer's Instagram. It was or one of your two Instagrams. It looked not good.
Yeah, it was
It
type
looked messy.
windy.
It is
We got through 16 holes before it really opened up the skies. Anyway, the wind once we made the turn, the backside, dude, was tough, man. Anywhere from 15 to probably 30, and it was blowing left, right, and center.
That sucks.
It was good. We grounded out.
we played a course that
Yeah, Zach, you played it when you were
what's
down
it
here.
called? The Shores. The Shores.
Yeah, the Shores.
It's that short little one.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I remember. Yep.
Yep. Decent layout. Kind of really a ball striker's course, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pretty small greens from what I remember.
The ground is just dirt and sand and weed. Like you
At
hit it
times.
you hit it in the rough and it's just like game over.
Greens were okay, to be honest. They were pretty quick there in the morning, and then especially with the wind. But yeah, then
good.
it really slowed down. Everything changed. Temperature changed.
How's your guys' game? You hitting it all right? It's
Mediocre.
early. It's early,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the
Good.
previous podcast. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Really just going through it. So how was that for you guys? Like, remember when we go down for the Florida trip for Delhi? Like, what goes through your guys' mind when we haven't played in weeks or even months? Like, how was your first round out there? You guys have expectations really high, low? Like, you get super mad? Or
I just hope to be able to hit the ball like somewhat decently. If I can hit the ball somewhat decently in the first round back playing after a little while, I know it's there. I can at least just build on that.
right? How about
I
for
feel
you
like the
guys?
first round back is it's kind of fun because like I don't have much expectation at all, which is it's better than like having a high expectation and playing bad. So I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Amen to that, man. We talked a lot about that in
The last one.
episode 27.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm tuning into that. But let's jump into what we got today. So, focus is going to be the players, obviously. We have our betting analysts here. So, it's going to be this is a new regime here of betting on the podcast. Palmer and I will be getting into it, but we're going to kind of start with just a little recap of what we've seen so far. And then, if any of you guys, do you have any active bets right now, Clarky? I know Clarky's got some.
I have some. It's not great though. So we got two. I was riding high on Scotty Scheffler this week, and it is not looking great.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So,
17,
That's fair.
17.
we had a Scotty Scheffler to win bet that I cashed out for 5 cents because I put $1 on it, and he's just not going to win anymore. So I just
You wouldn't just hold
saved
on
5
for
cents out of
though,
that.
maybe?
I don't. It just you can't even bet 5 cents in DraftKings, so I don't know why I even did it. To be fair, but
They're really hurting.
yeah, I mean it just needed something. I also got Scotty Scheffler to finish top 20. That's not looking great.
Terrible, to be honest.
When we got Scotty to beat Morikawa for the tournament,
Um,
so that one's alive, but it's not great.
I'm just gonna guess I'll start rooting against Morikawa just for you.
And we also have Victor Hovland to win, and Fleetwood to beat Zalatoris in the second round.
Okay.
Fleetwood started good. He got through his 3 holes today even. So
Yeah, Zalatoris birdied one of his first 3, but he's heading in. He started on 10, so he's heading into the. He's gonna come back right into the shit pretty much. So
Is it gonna be windy tomorrow? Do we know that?
it's
Be
like
cold.
12. It's not as windy as it was today, but it's gonna be still windy.
I heard like high of 50 or 55.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be brisk. I think so. Palmer, I know you got someone in particular. So who you got?
Bro, I'm going with Kevin Kisner. I'm really I'm feeling he's gonna close. This is the one. He's hot right now. He was rocking the arm sleeves. He just looked good. I think the dips were to a medium. We weren't packing full horseshoe yet, so
He
once
was
he goes
packing some
full
bombs
horseshoe,
though.
yeah, like he was just a straight chaw, and he's out there for the kids. It's what it's really about.
I think he had a tough finish today, but
Incredible,
he
It's
was.
a little concerning for me is he missed a few really short putts
Did
today.
he?
you know.
Yeah, but he's just got
Yeah,
that.
he
he's
missed a
got
few
that
birdie
flat
chances there.
golf right for the win, man.
Yeah.
Which I guess maybe
Yeah.
the worst of the win might be over. And maybe it's not going to be that much of a factor now. But
Yeah, one person that really surprised me today, not surprised me, but JT played really good for
Yeah.
the draw he got.
yeah, he did.
Being 3 back of the lead after the draw he got, he's looking pretty good to probably make a run at this.
Yeah, he does look pretty good.
So that's what we talked about, bro. Is like the draw. Like how tough is it to win any golf tournament, let alone the PGA Tour? Like, dude, you have to get so lucky in a tournament like this in terms of skill, the conditions, just
Yeah.
just your tee times in general. Like some
Yeah, no,
players
tee
still
times are
finishing
huge.
first round. Like that's crazy.
I think the stat I saw today was like the last 6 winners were all early late draws.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
they
The
showed
last
that,
like
yeah.
12 or 15 were early late.
That's crazy. I mean, it literally wipes out, especially if you get. I mean, just with the delays and everything, it was really crazy because some of the guys didn't even have to play in it today, really. But
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
it's crazy that almost half the field is probably done just when the weather turns like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, I mean, even though JT's in a good spot, he's got those leaders. You're gonna have a pretty regular. It's gonna be cold, but there's not gonna. I don't think it's quite as windy tomorrow, and there's gonna be an opportunity to score. I think so. He might find himself, 6 back by the end of the day, which is a totally different story. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's gonna be really interesting with like course setup too, because I mean, it's gonna be windy. I mean, it rained a lot, but it's also gonna be really windy, so it's gonna dry out pretty decently. So if they don't put any water on this thing, it's gonna get firm and fast quick.
Sunday's supposed to be nice. I heard up there though. Like we're supposed to be colder in the mornings and then get into the 70s, but for some reason I think Jacksonville is supposed to be at least super sunny and, like you said, it's going to dry out and hopefully firm up a little for them again.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how
if,
firm it'll get with the 7 inches of rain they got, but we'll
That's
see.
facts.
I'm
7
going-
inches isn't enough.
I'm going to take us in a different direction here. If we want to hear some potentially more winning bets, I want to see what Zach's got on the table here.
Well, the first one I had open, I probably shouldn't even say it if you want to hear winning bets, but I did. My biggest bet was on Jordan Spieth this week to win, and he let me down big today. So
Yeah,
that one's out of the picture already.
that's
But now I'm kind of riding and have been since the beginning. A smaller bet on Sam Burns, and he's in a really good position. He didn't have to play golf today, which I think is a huge advantage.
Oh, huge.
We'll see. I mean, I
yeah,
like his game, obviously.
I'm definitely liking Burns as of lately, man. He's been on the board very
He's just
high.
a consistent guy. I mean, it's all going to come down to Sunday and those last 3 holes. It always does. So it's such a toss up. But just getting your guy in the mix at that point is you can hedge and work from there. So
For sure. I
I
can't
don't know. I
imagine
think he'll be
how many balls out of 10 are you hitting the 17th green with that 25-mile-an-hour headwind? How many balls?
yeah,
Zero.
I don't know.
I'm laying up into the drop zone.
If you can't hit the green, why are you going at the drop zone?
Let's go over there. Easier shot. Put a wedge in my hand. I'm gonna hit a wedge and a 4-iron into that green.
Oh,
I bet I missed the first 3, and then I probably go 50% from there. So maybe I hit 4 or 3
Yeah.
or 4 of those.
that's what I said. I said maybe around 3. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
could. Depends, man. Like, am I in a tournament for millions? I'm probably not hitting any. Are there like that many people there? Probably not hitting any. But I don't know.
And
man.
you see the shots those guys were hitting today? They were terrible. I mean,
Crazy.
there's a lot of wind, but they were missing by 30 yards right and 30 yards short. It was crazy.
Well, I was talking to Palmer about it just because I think we could relate a little bit more because we had literally just played in the wind. But it's
Yeah.
like the wind not only like just exaggerates any ball flight error you have or any miss hit, but then at the same time, like when it's really windy, it almost just makes it even harder for you to make a good swing. Like because it's
Right.
in your head, but as well as just stability. Almost it just like
Yeah, you're moving,
I
right?
love when you get into a good feeling wind for you. Like if you're a fader of the ball and you've got a slight right to left, sometimes you don't even realize it, but you're just so much more comfortable then
Right.
then when you get into that left to right, when you're like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to keep this on the planet. It's gonna go so far
Mhm.
right. So
Yeah.
it's just crazy, man. The wind is a different game.
Really is. Some of
So
us,
crazy.
yeah, there was some heavy shots out there today.
Did you see the one?
Dude,
Did you see
Oh.
Scheffler or no? Like he literally swung and just stopped here. I was like, what's that?
So the other crazy part was those guys played that hole earlier in the day. It was like their first hole of the day, and they like all dunked it or something.
Wow.
And then you watch them later, and Scheffler and Koepka both dunked again. But Scheffler's was like the worst one I saw. Yeah, that was bad.
It was bad. It was so unexpected from
Yeah.
a guy playing such good golf too. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 4 players through put it in the water. I mean, it was Scheffler, Morikawa, I think Schauffele. His first 5. Yeah, it was just insane. Actually, Justin Ray tweeted out, right now, this round 2 is currently on pace to be the 3rd hardest round of all time at 17th.
I mean, those guys.
Had a scoring average of 3.69 today.
Jeez.
We tuned in, and those guys were the announcer were like, "Yeah, this group of Scheffler, Koepka, and who was it? Morikawa."
I think Schauffele.
Yeah,
Was it
he was like,
Berger?
"This group is like 5 over, 6
Might
over,
have
and
Berger,
7
too.
over," and I was like, "Oh my god."
Well, Koepka accounted for 4 of those shots or 5 of them or something.
What?
Did
So
he? Clark,
I'm-
you said he made like an 8 on it or something earlier.
Koepka made a number. He made a quintuple on it. Yeah, Koepka has been deep. He's had a tough day.
Clark, you had
He
some
went, he went
stat for him, right? He's like 20 over or something. What was that?
Yeah, he's 20 over on his 20 tries at the 17th
Koepka?
in his career. Yeah.
Bad.
I mean, he made like a double or triple and then a quintuple today, so it's definitely like today definitely put that up there.
He
But
gets really confused at the players because he doesn't know if it's a major or not. So then he's like, "What do I try?" Like,
here's another Justin retweet. Thursday and Friday, the combined score from the players was 79 under par. Today it was 283 over par.
Wow.
Whoa.
They were just posting numbers today that were just insane.
Say that
mean-
again, bro. What was that? Holy shit.
So Thursday and Friday, it was 79 under par for the combined score. Today it was 283 over par. So
I mean, that shot is like almost.
the only bogey free rounds today were JT and Bubba.
JT went bogey free. That's legit. The 3 with JT hit into 18 was gross. That was such a.
I was
cool
just
shot.
gonna bring that up. It was one of the. It's such a good shot. Just
So
Such
good.
We
high
talked about
integrity.
that, man. Water left, like humans on the right. Just
That whole played at 5 as a stroke average of 5 today. It played 1
Yeah,
over
played
for average.
harder than the 16th. I heard. Well, the 16th must have been like downwind or something.
Yeah, 16 was downwind, but it was still playing pretty tough for a par 5.
So I'm looking at the scoreboard right now, and I feel like I like John Rahm. I don't even know if he teed off today. Did he?
I don't think so because I haven't seen him on the
I don't think
board,
so.
and he's still the leader. Like he's still the betting favorite.
Yeah, he's 3 under, and I don't even think he's teed off for the second round. So
I'm gonna put my.
No, he's just tee off 6-16, and he didn't end up teeing off, so he's still got to tee off in the second round.
that's sick.
That's crazy.
Palmer says he's putting the house on Kiz.
Kiz just can't finish at this kind of tournament.
Nah,
It feels like
this is him. This is the one.
Kiz needs to win like a Rocket Mortgage. That's the only tournaments he really pulls through at.
Oh my god! I'm gonna show up at your house one day. Like, what do you like? This ain't no hobby.
If
That's
Kiz
funny.
hears this, I'll be happy.
Yeah, kids will.
Oh, Danny, another bet I had at the beginning of this tournament. I got Abraham Answer -180 for low Mexican.
Wait,
swear.
seriously?
Yeah, no, that was a
What did
bet.
you
Low
take that
Mexican.
on?
Oh god.
Carlos Ortiz was the only other Mexican in the field, so it was
Oh,
just
dude,
him.
that's- You won that already, probably.
Lock, yeah. Well, Ortiz is in it, but
Where is he? I'm looking.
Is that a racial
I
bet?
think he's still
Yeah.
around. Maybe not.
That's sick, man. That's a great
It's an
take.
interesting little bet.
One guy I'm probably looking at, because you can still bet top 20s for the tournament. Brian Harmon is 3 holes through a second round right now at 4 under in the leaderboard.
Wow.
Brian Harmon played really good last year and was in the fight all the way to the end. I don't know why Brian Harman decides to play good at the Players, but if he'll probably sneak out a top 20 here, and his
That's
odds
a very
probably are
hot
pretty
take.
decent.
I like
So.
that. That's a little picking
So,
up the breadcrumbs there.
Parker, you got any bets? Like, if you were to give three like Clarkie's analysts, these are your three picks. What are you going with for three bets you're gonna make?
I'm definitely gonna go Brian Harman top 20. Fleetwood top 5 or to win. I think Fleetwood's finally going to break through American soil this weekend. I just have a feeling of Fleetwood.
Okay,
I don't know
it's
why.
always good.
It won't. Fleetwood's been playing good, and also Hovland top 20. Hovland's been tearing it up in Europe, and these conditions kind of fit him to play. Get over here.
Yep.
Sweet, Barrett, you got anything?
Yeah, I'll take it one further with Hovland. Hovland to top 10 is actually plus like 400 right now. That's really good value. You know, if you do a $100 bet, make 400, $10 to win 40. That just seems like a lot of value for a guy who's playing really good golf.
Like it?
Like I said, Sam Burns. I'm gonna probably double down on that, depending on how tomorrow goes. I'm a fan of Sam Burns, and then I like his game too. So we'll see.
Sweet.
Plus, with the soft conditions, he hits just like a really high kind of ball that just stops quick, anyways, and he's gonna be throwing darts all day. That's all it is.
He's probably good at beard eye, bro.
I think so. Yeah.
He just looks like a guy who can get throwing up.
Him and Berger. For some reason, Berger seems like he'd be sick. But I think it's like the Ryder Cup thing with him chugging the beer. That's like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's got to be a good beard eye player.
New segment to come to the podcast, dude. We pick people instead to fight who'd win in like a 10-cup contest. Bro.
Ooh,
Team
right.
of two.
We'll take those Florida State boys. Kepka and Berger would actually probably be pretty sick.
That'd be crazy.
Probably.
You know, part of the-
Yeah, probably.
I just want someone tall, man, like Chris Kirk. You know, just really.
Someone who plays fast like Chris Kirk.
Yeah.
Is he slow or is he fast?
I don't know. I think he's slow. I think I've heard.
They were all slow today, but I mean it makes sense. Also, Justin Rose took 4 minutes to choose his club on 17 and hit it 30 yards
Yep.
short.
Yeah.
I watched that.
That's
It was ridiculous.
That
He
was
stepped off a couple times.
and he like it had no it was closer to the tree than it was the green.
There was some tough shots, but that shot was not probably like the last shot I'd want to hit, to be honest. Like,
And then
One guy
one last bet.
definitely staying away from.
What? No,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Zach. One guy I'm definitely staying away from this weekend is Will
I hope it's
Zalatoris.
Zach's last bet. I hope that was Barrett's last bet. Yeah, well, I'm riding him. Why are you staying away from him, Clarky?
His putting stroke might be one of the worst things I've ever watched in my life.
Bro, it is.
that
Very.
just makes me want to throw up when I see it.
Has Will Zalatoris won yet?
He might have won like a secondary event, like one of the off events. I think he did last year. He was technically a Corn Ferry member last year, and then I think he won like a secondary event to get his card or something.
He'll have his day.
His ball striking's sick. His putting just looks like he's drunk.
I love it. That's a fact.
No, he hits it great though. He really.
does,
If he
he
could putt,
does.
he would be on a tear right now.
Mm.
No, but my last pick I was gonna say is Fleetwood lead at the end of this second round.
Mm.
I mean, he's already at the top of the board, and he's plus 600. Like that seems like crazy good odds for a guy who's in the
That
league
is.
currently. Just seems kind of crazy.
He's basically just got to dodge those 5-unders that haven't teed off yet. None of them have.
Right.
And like Tom Hoagie, if he
Tom
can
Hoagie.
keep it together
If
for
Tom
Sam Burns
Hoagie-
coming in hot.
I would put money on Tom Hoagie being outside the top 10 after that when it
I
all
wish you
said
could bet
and
that.
done.
'Cause
Tom Hoagie's already won a decent tournament this year. Then he went. I forget where he won. But he
Oh,
won
I think he
a
did.
pretty good field tournament.
Dude,
Tom Hoagie's a player and he wants to be.
I'm trying to think of anyone else crazy. Dude, Louis sneaky, man. I didn't even realize Louis was playing, man.
Louis is a good guy to pick that would just sneak into top 20 or top
Yeah.
10. Just so they go just back into that,
So
back
good.
into that at the end of the tournament. That's just what he
I
does.
swear Louis only plays in like the majors and the players, and then just he's like top 20 in
That's-
everything he plays in, and then he's just out.
swing like that, it's hard not to be, right?
Yeah.
Bro, Louis' daughter played at a junior camp at the course we played at today.
She had a junior camp.
Yeah, there.
Like-
She went to a junior camp there.
Oh, she went to. Wow.
Yeah. That's how. And Louis was like hitting on the simulator and saw it. So
I thought you were gonna say he was like hitting on like somebody.
Another guy that always just backs in the top 20s I just saw in here, T23 at -2 is Paul Casey.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever actually bet on Paul Casey just
There's
because
Danny's got it.
scary.
yeah, Danny likes him. Dude.
Oh shit, Palm! I didn't realize Kisner ended up at -2. Now wasn't Kiz like 5 under at a point?
He was leading.
Yeah.
He was tied for the lead at one
I
point.
Did he get
Palmer's-
17 or what?
I guess I stopped watching then. Must have stopped.
What did he do on?
What did he do? We gotta go find out what he did here.
I saw him miss a putt this long. Like, it was crazy. It was just like,
His putting
Side
short
note,
range
bro,
today
you
was
all saw
atrocious.
it. It was like fucking 30-degree slope.
Palmer goes, yeah.
He bogeyed
He
number
rides Kiz.
4,
He goes,
and then
bogey.
yeah, he shot 3 over on the front. He bogeyed 4, doubled 5, and then bogeyed 8 on his way in.
What are you doing on 17?
Par.
Mm.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Oh yeah, I think we did.
I'm still riding him, bro. It's early yet. You know, moving day
Yeah.
tomorrow.
anything under par is definitely in the tournament, I'm thinking.
DJ's
Yeah.
playing pretty good again.
Which was good. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of limped his way in a little bit, but
I feel like
I
it's
think
the
everybody
first
did,
time he's
yeah.
been relevant in.
also, I think we need to talk about why Zach Johnson keeps hitting the ball with his practice swing.
Dude.
I don't know why this is so much of an issue, but it happened again today, and that is a problem.
There should be like warnings, and like he's got enough of them, bro.
I thought he killed someone. When he first hit that, I just watched the ball go directly right. I thought I was going to just hit someone in the head.
That's facts.
Uh,
Dude, if you watch him do like his routine, he like moves it like closer to the ball ever so slightly and then swings. Dude.
Dude, it's
Like
terrible.
literally when he pulled that club away, the toe of his club had to be touching the ball.
I feel like the reason he's doing it is because there's no repercussion. Like, it doesn't matter if he does it. So he's like, whatever, I'll just do it. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
it happens. I get on.
I'll see how close I can get.
Yeah, he's just trying to get on the social medias.
You're right.
You know,
He's trying to win the
Even
pick.
afterwards, he was like, I hope that's on video. I was like,
yo, Patrick Reed throwing the little middle finger. Did anybody see that? Who told me that? My dad.
Your dad.
I
Yeah.
think I saw a meme. I don't think I saw like what actually happened.
So I didn't see that.
I'm gonna see if I can find that real quick.
Apparently, yeah.
I did see. I think it was Henrik Stenson almost snap a club today. That was.
I think there's a lot of
Oh, I did see
Oh,
Henrik Stenson did withdraw from the tournament.
Justin Rose was slamming his
Yeah.
club in the pine straw.
Oh yeah, dude. He
Oh,
had
yeah.
a tomahawk. This is a question that Palmer and I asked each other the other day that I want to ask you guys. Full of rage, right? Like we've all been there, just full of rage on the golf course, really trying to hold it in, but all of a sudden you're gonna let it out somehow. What's your go-to?
My favorite is like when I hit a wedge, because usually like that's the boiling point. Like I can get over shitty drive or bad drives and this and that, but when I have a wedge in my hand and hit a terrible shot, I love to just bury it, like toe down and just slam it into the ground and let it stick there, and I'll just leave it there. I won't even grab leave it there and walk away. So
That's what Palmer said.
that's,
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
Mine's probably just hitting the club on the ground. If I'm mad enough, I'll just hit my bag. But
Clark,
the only probably the one the little tomahawk's fun. I do that with the probably the best one's the one with the driver. You just launch it. I just love that's probably my go-to just because
down the-
usually any
over the
frustration
shoulder,
in the
down the
golf game
field.
always comes from the driver. So
Yeah.
Danny, remember when Clarky hit that ball like that with his putter right at you? Do you remember that?
Yo, I remember when Clarky was pissed on 7 Green at Delhi and took a fucking chunk out of it.
that was a low moment. That was a low moment.
Exposed.
We were
I
so
saw you
shook.
throw your club in the simulator once during practice. I remember I was taking videos. Remember? Oh, you had like heel shanks. I just kept.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the other way.
I was
It's-
I was
like,
I was nutmegging myself with a golf ball. It was insane.
and then I just remember.
That was great. That was probably the lowest moment I've had at golf in that simulator that day.
Yo, I've seen people hit it.
I couldn't even find the club face. I couldn't find anything on the club face. I was finding the bottom of the club, like the shaft of the club, pretty much.
Yeah,
He's hitting the low point of the shaft.
Clarky was actually just rattling up. Clarky would have been better off that day with no club head on, just the shaft. He found
Just a heavy
more
shaft.
center of the ball with that.
Dude, that was terrible.
That was fucking.
That's like the hardest I'd laugh like ever. I think at golf. Like,
All frustration for my golf game comes from the driver. I mean, if it's not just completely missing the club face, it's just blocking it 2 miles left onto 3 other
Onto
tees.
the road at one.
But like,
Across
what's
the
your
road.
worst opening hole experience
Oh,
like
God.
of a tournament? Do we have any good ones?
I know. Oh, mine's tryouts, just blasting 1OB in the start of tryouts freshman year, first hole of tryouts freshman year, just blasting 1OB.
Wait, you had to be left.
Oh yeah, I was
Just
left.
to give the listeners insight, the road that Clarky hit an OB to is about probably 50 yards left of the left edge of the fairway. It's not in play.
And he was a lefty. This isn't a hook.
Yeah, this was a Clarky.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
mine's got to
I'm
be
pretty sure that.
the tournament. We started on the wrong holes, like half the team did,
Oh my goodness.
and then I march back and just make like a 6 on like a triple on
yes.
hole 2 at Delhi.
I did that. I did the same thing, dude.
I had to watch
Yeah, you and
that.
I had the almost exact same situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we both played. You played really good after that too, didn't you?
Yeah,
You feel like you shot like 76 or something, didn't you?
I think I
With
might
like
have.
a 2-stroke?
Yeah, we got penalized too, didn't we?
I was like after the first hole with the 2-stroke penalty and all that. I played the rest of the course. I shot like 75 and played the rest of the course like 1 under par. It was
Dang.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would love to look back at that and see what we did do there because didn't we lose by like 2 or something?
We literally.
Like we would have won without the penalties. Yeah, it was a weird situation. Those scorecards sucked. I'm still blaming them to this day.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
If more than one person does it, bro, it can't be on us.
Well, the thing is, I read the same thing you guys did. I just happened to be on the right. My numbers matched. Like if they hadn't, I'd have gone to the wrong hole too.
Right.
Crazy.
So crazy.
Hilarious.
Look into the future on betting. If Bubba keeps playing the way he is right now, I'm probably going to bet him to win the Masters.
Wow.
Ooh, early
He's shaping it.
Masters.
His shoe game's incredible. He's shaping it.
Bubba just plays good at the Augusta, and he's playing great right now on courses he doesn't. He usually is terrible at TPC, and he's really just playing amazing today.
Will this be his? Would that be his third jacket?
It would.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he's probably getting towards like the end of him having chances of winning a third jacket too, because I mean, it's you can't keep doing that swing for much longer without having injuries going to creep up sooner or later.
Clark,
Yeah.
if Bubba were to win, would he? Considering Phil's latest battle,
Bubba's already passed Phil.
Oh.
might have already taken Phil's seat. As
Yeah, Phil has knocked himself down below Brian Harmon at this point.
Yes, Brian Harmon. Let's go. Yo, don't forget
Where's
about
Mark
Mike
Weir
Weir
fall on
too.
that
He
thing?
dribbled him.
Mike Weir's above Brian Harmon, but Phil's now below Brian Harmon.
That's great.
He's still above TPJ. He'd be really tough to get below TPJ.
Yo, but Ted Body Jr. won the AT&T Pro Beach Pro-Am, whatever it's called.
The Beach Pro.
Guy's a baller. I'm picking Jordan. I mean, unless something happens that changes my mind. I mean, I
Wow.
like the way he's playing in general,
Mhm.
minus today, but then he's gonna go back to Augusta. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So,
Scheffler's probably going to be playing good there too. Scheffler's been hot lately, and today was just kind of a
Patrick Cantley, dude.
today's kind of a round he's got to kind of throw away in your head. You can't really keep that in your
I
head.
feel like Canley's got to win a major this year. I feel like he's gonna.
has to.
This
Yeah.
might be Ricky's. This
Yeah.
might be Ricky's green jacket.
Bear like cry.
Hopefully Ricky keeps his PGA Tour card after this year.
Yeah, the Hondo is
What
tough,
is
man.
Ricky playing in this, or did he not even get the invite?
I don't think he qualified for it. I don't think he qualified for the only major he's probably qualified for right now might be the PGA.
That's
Low key.
Better get the dirt bike.
If he's even qualified for that.
So,
Don't quit your day job.
Better get a dirt bike out. Right?
Scheiße.
Yeah, it's not great for Ricky. He's still like, if you look at the Masters odds, he's on the list and above a lot of people that will be playing in the tournament. It's
That's
actually
crazy.
absurd.
Very true.
Dude,
There's no sense.
what happened to Stenson? He withdrew. Luke List.
Yeah, I imagine he probably is not going to make the cut and did not want to just show up tomorrow. Which I don't blame him if that's true.
That's kind of fair. Yeah, there's guys that are gonna have to go finish. Siwoo Kim's just got to play one more hole to go home. Like,
Yeah, maybe he's thinking just focus on the Valspar. He might be playing in that. He might need to play well in that to get into some tournaments. So.
yeah,
Actually, I don't really know what happened to Stenson. He must have got injured. He was he shot 73 yesterday. I don't know. He was going to shoot high
yeah. I'm looking
today.
at his
He was at 73 and still had to play 9, which is par 5.
Homeboy.
So he was going
That was
to.
a couple squares.
Yeah, oh boy, bogey.
So he was going to post a number.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, you know what? Warm up the bus." Zach, you're at work right now, right?
I am, yeah. This is like my dorm. It's great.
Valid. I don't think we updated the podcast since you've been there.
I don't believe so.
No. Where you at, brother?
Where am I at? Oh, word. I'm down in Connecticut, Darien, Connecticut, and starting at a club. Started at a club called Country Club of Darien. It's a good spot, really traditional country club, basic. I'm an assistant golf professional now, officially out of the intern role, which is good.
Awesome.
But it's a good spot. I interned here in the past, and a lot of people that I like and know, and was excited to get back. So
That's dope.
Awesome.
Met section 2, which is good.
Hey,
If I can go play good golf in one of these assistant tournaments, I can get a pretty decent check. So we'll
yeah,
see.
man,
That's
you can win
valid,
some
dude.
serious cash. You whip that game into shape.
Gonna have to grind it out. We'll see.
I just remembered this. I want to touch back on worst opening hole tournament experiences because I have not answered that yet. Do you remember when we pulled up to Oswego and it was snowing? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was definitely the worst starting hole. That thing, I played that par 5 uphill into a blizzard wind directly in my face, and I believe I went driver, 3-wood, hybrid to the green.
I remember this story. Well, the picture of you walking up that hill into the blizzard is ingrained into my memory because I think I was on the range off to the side, just watching you like trudge through it. It was unbelievable.
It was brutal. Worst, by far the worst hole ever. Just ever started.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
You got one or no?
Yeah, I've got 2, man. I'll just go with the one because I've said the one a ton of times. I'm gonna blank on the name of the course. I think I shot like 89 or 90. It was freshman year. Is it Skidmore? Is that a place?
Boston Spa?
Boston Spa?
Might
I
be.
low-key
Could be.
don't feel like that was it. Who?
Was it the one you kept shooting the wrong stuff with your rangefinder? Because that was Boston Spa.
No, this is a different one.
Uh,
What's the one that Fish hit like a club way over on this par 3 once? It was that course. Someone gave
Oh,
me yardage. Or
because
like,
Aaron was telling people yardages. I remember I wasn't there, but I remember the story.
oh,
yeah, what course was that? Because I started on the 10th hole. And
I can't remember.
yeah, I started on the 10th hole, and there was a creek up the right, and then like OB way left. And I just remember it was a super hard right to left wind, and I didn't want to go left. So I pulled 3-wood, which I hate hitting off the first tee. The first swing, I like it teed up, you know. It's got to be an iron dude or a driver. I can't be hitting hybrids or anything.
Right.
Anyway, I pulled the 3-wood and just like basically topped it, thinned it just enough, got just enough out of the heel to just be a super low burner slice.
Right.
And then I was behind a tree, and then I punched it all the way out across. Now I just did another bad lie, chunked it, and then I like 3-whacked or something. I opened with a quad or even a quintuple, and then the second hole, that was when Coach didn't go, and it was just Joe. My second hole, I hit it way right, hit it way over the green, and then my rangefinder died.
I think this was Boston Spa.
I didn't make a par for like 7 holes, dude, and I literally shot 89 or 90 and didn't know what to do. It was crazy. Just a bad turn of events.
I wish I could remember the course. Like, I'm trying to get there, and I don't know. I just
it
can't
was
think of it.
Boston.
I just don't think, man. I'm trying to think. Remember, you pull in and it's like, I'm trying to envision the clubhouse, but 2 buildings were separate. There was a putting green out front. There was a lot of schools there, but there was something about it. Like it was cold or it was windy or we got there like super early. Or I remember we were there like 2 hours before we even had to warm up or something, dude. It was wild.
I think we were at Boston Spa pretty early. I don't know. Like that sounds right to me. I don't know if it was the same one.
Maybe it was.
What other schools was SLU there? Do you remember?
It was freshman year.
Maybe I think so. It couldn't have
Sorry,
been
I
earlier
wouldn't
than
even
that.
have been honest.
Maybe sophomore first semester.
I think that might have been sophomore year.
Yeah. I know nothing. I just
Was it
studied
when
very well.
Fish hit 3-wood and you guys couldn't believe it, right?
Yeah, and he
Oh, that-
blew the green. Yeah.
That no.
Was that
Well,
Boston?
no, that was Arizona when Fish did that. Unless there's another story which I don't remember.
I definitely think there's another story because Joe was coaching, I think, and he gave Fish that number, and Fish
and then Fish
just
told
thought
Aaron,
it was
and
like a
then,
4 club
Aaron
win.
told-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I remember that. I don't remember the
He had like a
course
stinger, and then it went into the road. It could be Boston
It's
because
just a terrible yardage. That's all. I
the
remember.
course that was in my mind when you guys were saying that was Jan and Das's.
Yeah.
So it was probably Boston Spa because it was definitely probably Boston Spa.
I think it probably was.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I know a hole. It's the wicked downhill par 3, right?
No.
Oh.
Oh wait, the one that he did that?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I thought you meant my opening
No,
hole. I was
no.
like, no, I didn't. No. But
Yeah,
then,
Danny, that's right. Because Aaron told Coach it was like 130, and then everyone played at 130 and blew it over the green or something like crazy.
Yeah.
And left it
Oh,
way
that
short.
was a great story. And everyone came back in and was like, that yardage sucked. Whoever gave that yardage.
I remember junior year of high school going to states at SLU. At Cornell.
Uh-huh.
And then it was my first round, first hole for that one. That was my worst story. And that was I teed it up probably 1.5 inches in front of the tee markers. So once my name was called, whatever, I got ready to go. I'm at the top of my backswing, and my kid in my group says, like, wait, hang on. And I stop, and he's like, you're ahead of the tee marker. So if I wasn't nervous, all the people around my first time at the state championships, I probably was more nervous now after I stopped mid-swing. Put it down, hooked it out of bounds, teed up another one, dude. And that one either went – I can't remember if I hit 2 OB off the tee or not, but then I got one in the fairway and then hit my fairway ball out of bounds.
Oh,
I made it 9. Made a 9 at the first hole. And then I birdied the next hole. So, yeah, things were crazy. But I played with kids that shot right around par, and I definitely shot pretty high, probably high 80s.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Right.
I don't think I hit driver once. I still had like a TI plus 3 wood, bro. I was grinding.
Love it.
Brother,
I saw another one come to my head with that. I was at a Hurricane Junior Tour tournament at Bethpage Blue. Just first group off the day. There's probably 150 kids there. And the way that's set up is the first tee is right next to the putting green. So there's 80 kids in the putting green teeing off. I'm the first person teeing off in this tournament, and I cold topped one maybe 2 yards. And to make it even worse, I hit that shot, and I was already embarrassed as can be. The starter turns to me and goes, "Did you hurt yourself?"
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just terrible."
I had to go down. I have too much pride. I said, yes, sir, I did. I'll stretcher.
I pulled 3-wood, striped it, and made a bogey. I was fine. It was just watching people watch me tee off, and I just hit a cold top 2 yards in front of the tee box. I'm like, holy,
Yeah.
it's Jesus, this is bad.
What year did we play SLU for sectionals in high school?
Junior.
Junior year?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
that was part for
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Sophomore.
Act like you're right again, bro. You were wrong. And so I started on hole 8. And that hole's always been in my head, that par 5 there.
Yeah.
And I
Give you guys an image. It's a long, the longest par 5 on the course, and it's just pretty well tree lined. So either way, you just can't miss really.
So the trend of my stories is high school golf really didn't have much control of the ball, I guess. It must have had a 2-way miss going or something. So didn't want to pull driver just because, only smart people tee off with 3 woods. So I cold top the 3 wood to start.
Fescue
And
right
it's chest high fescue, dude. and I probably didn't either know I was able to take a drop or know how to, and so I just tried to get out of there, and it took a couple strokes. So yeah, I tripled that first hole, and yeah, I missed going to states that year. That was fun. Sophomore year was tough. Man.
So this is a different story, not about me, but when I was in high school, I think it was my junior year of high school, the first hole at Watkins Glen Golf Course, 9-hole course around here, is a par 4. It's a dogleg left up the hill. There's a pond right in front of the tee box. We're playing against the school. These kids aren't very good, but he cold tops his first 5 tee shots into the pond right in front of the tee box and walks away from number 1. He actually forced himself to count all of his strokes. He walks away from number 1 with a 27.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
So
Of course,
it was, and also later on in the round, he then threatened his teammate with a knife. So that was interesting.
that sounds like high school golf.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It does, man.
Bro, I have an unreal story very similar to that, Ryan. You remember when Colton Pierpont got a team senior year? So
Yes, sir.
this small school near us,
Can't
they had never had a golf team when we were playing, and then our senior year they got a golf team, and they were new, so definitely strugglers. And we played the first hole at SLU one day, and it's just like a dog. It's a really like short dog leg, right, par 4, but there's like water just off the tee that's like not really in play at all, and then there's like a pond up like that's in play, and this kid hit like. Oh, and for some reason they had the men's tees were back by where the tips are. So, like, you had to go over that first pond. Like, it's still not in play. It's literally like a 20-yard carry.
It's like a puddle, dude.
Yeah.
It's a big puddle.
But you had to go over it. And this poor kid topped, like, very similar to Clive. So many. And then he finally gets it over. And then his very next shot, he hits great. And he's like, oh! And it just flies into the next pond. And then he made like a 21 or something, bro. I felt so bad for him.
Oh. It's tough.
I'll just never forget. Like, he was like, yeah, like, I hit it good. And I was like watching it, like, that looks wet.
That's
We
mostly-
had double par rule in effect when we would play high school matches, so
Really? Double par?
We did it for
clutch.
certain matches.
So clutch.
That's probably smart.
we were out there till dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Pretty buggy.
That's definitely needed in high school golf.
It was like November, dude, getting cold, freezing. Shoes are just muddy and wet. And I'm just like, you're just wishing the other team into the hole, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. That's the only thing. Like, if you get a tough kid that's struggling,
Yeah.
you're just hoping.
I remember when we played, I'm trying to think of what. We played at Potsdam. And I just remember the kids we played against
It's probably cold.
definitely made no better than a 10, like the
Yeah,
whole
it's
match.
cold.
And I was like, wow, dude. This is rough, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just
There's a
And
cold.
that's like their
We had a
number
good
one,
team.
probably, right?
you what?
That's their number one. Did you
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like one and twos were just tens,
Yeah.
huns and tens, blues and fifties.
That's where we come from.
So yeah, we tore it.
We had a kid in our team shoot 109 on 9 one day, so that was in a match. So that was
That's literally just torture. Like, that's inhumane.
That's pretty good. 36-hole school.
Dude, I remember we were playing the course on the Indian reservation the one time, and they got the
Highland.
green mower. No, it's Cedar View. Remember?
Oh,
They got the green mower just stuck in the 8th green. Like, there was just literally a piece of equipment stuck in the middle of the green. They cut the pin to the front, and they were just like,
play around.
play around it, bro. It was crazy.
That's incredible.
that's great.
I have one more bad start that Smollen's gonna be mad at me about, but it's like one of my like. It is so like. It was hard to watch, but funny to watch. Like, and he knows it. He ended up playing good, so it's all good. What's the school we would travel down to? What was it, Virginia for? Right
Yeah.
near Dave's old school.
The shipbuilders.
Not yes. No. Was it McDaniel or something? Was it that course?
That was Pennsylvania.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it the one that we got super rained out? We had to play a different course.
Yes, it was
Yes,
that one.
that
Ooh.
course.
I can't remember the school.
Because we ended up playing it.
Remember, like, Lynchburg was always there. Lynchburg was one of the schools I was there.
Yeah. Or maybe it was Pennsylvania. Yeah. Whatever course it was. But so Smollen on the first tee, and this was like after like a couple of our guys had a bad one, like a bad start, and he gets up and just ice cold tops this thing, and I'm like, oh no, like. Did you already tee off? Were you there with me watching it, Danny?
I'm pretty sure you told
I
me
think
about
everyone
it.
was
I
gone.
saw the end of it or something.
It was crazy, and then but that was like whatever, and then he straight up shanked it to the green. Like he hit 4 straight shanks or something crazy, or 3 straight
Yes,
shanks.
I think I remember him telling me that.
I remember this story.
It was crazy. He's gonna hate me, but it was like crazy. But he ended up shooting in like he saved the round after that for sure. I don't know how. Like the
Yeah,
mentals after hitting that many like those kind of shots in a row. Like,
Williamsburg trip day 2.
that sounds right, Williamsburg.
Yeah, that
Williamsburg
does sound right.
trip. Yeah.
But I mean, he grinded around. I think he shot like mid-70s, like pulled something out. But so like such a crazy start. And I just remember Coach's face, like he was so shook. And then as soon as I teed off, he goes, I gotta go find John. Like he like couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
He was all over it. It was just crazy.
What cool, like, does anyone have any funny coach stories, man, about
Oh
like on
my
course
God.
interactions? I bet Zach's got a couple going
Too
against the
many.
old caddy Dave.
More than I want to have, honestly. If I was ever in a punch out situation playing college golf, Dave would just appear. Let's start with that. Like he'd be there somehow. And then he would like talk me into hitting a shot I didn't want to hit, and then hit it terrible. Or he talked me back into hitting the shot that I wanted to hit after he talked me out of it. It was just crazy. And then I never hit a good shot from the trees or anything when Dave was there. I was 0 for whatever it was. So
Yep.
pretty funny. I've hit some prolifically bad shots actually. When he was there.
I think everyone's got to go around and give a Dave story now.
I'm
I've
trying to think
If
of it.
someone's
Go
got,
ahead.
I've got one on deck. We were it was in Arizona, and I'll never forget this because I think you've all heard this before, but it's funny. I was playing like tremendously. I have no idea how, just out of my ass, great, like solid start, and Joe had been with me, and then all of a sudden I get like the 8th hole, and Dave's right there, and he's like Dave. I could tell just by Dave's aura that he was like knew that I was like a couple under and was like nervous. So then he was all like all of a sudden like my vibes changed and we were both like giddy. And then he was like, "Oh my God, like let's go, let's take this round low." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, I was a freshman, just like so. I step up to this tee shot. It's a pretty gettable hole. Like all you gotta do is hit like a good drive and play. And there's like a creek run up the right, and I kind of hit one. Fading and I like actually get away with it. It's up there. I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna be fine. Like, kind of got that shaky shot out of the way, and then like I thought Dave was gonna leave, but he came with me, and like we just both walked, and he was like, "Hey, keeping it going, you like, you got it, and I was like, yep. And we get up there, and I have this kind of like weird lie, and there's like water in front of the screen, and I had like an 8-iron, and I just like hit like this terrible like it was like kind of saving up, but then like I chunked it. So I literally hit it on like the top of the club, and it was just like this terrible diving like thing. I ended up hitting it in the water, and then I made like a triple or a quad or something, and just like
And then he just left, right?
he was out, bro. He's just gone. And then I see Joe again, and he's like, "So how you doing?" Because I seen you I was a couple hundred. I was like, "Yeah, I'm like 2 over." Like 2 holes later, and then he was just like, "Oh God, what happened?" I was like,
Probably one of my only like really good ones is like when we were down in Florida. The one year I was able to go to Florida because of COVID, but I don't know what was happening, but I had snap hooks the entire time we were in Florida, and one of the par threes down there had OB right. It was kind of in play, but you had to hit it right in order to get there, and I was just worried. I was like, I'm already hitting it right. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. And like Dave was on the tee. I was on that tee for some reason, taking pictures of us. And I was like, "Dave, I don't know what I'm gonna do here." I don't like any. He's like, "Well, just play one out to the left side of the green and just hope and just hit a draw." And I was like, "Okay." Play it out. I think I'm aiming the left side of the green. I'm pretty sure I aimed like 30 yards left. And I hit that ball and it went straight 30 yards left of that green. And he just looked at me and he was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Dave, I'm not really sure, but I'll figure it out." And I just walked away and went down my ball.
Yeah, my favorite would be just when like I don't know, I'm playing really good all the other holes and like nothing changes, not nervous, anything, and then like I'll just get a bad break or I'll just, he'll see me hit like a par 5 and 2 and then I'll 3-putt and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, Dave, man. Like the only thing I can remember is trying to close at where were we? Is that Syracuse?
Timberbanks.
Maybe it was Timber. No,
Bellevue?
Timber. It could have been Cuse then. I'm trying to think. It could have been that Smolin snapped a wedge there last time we played.
Yanni?
Is that Yanni again, bro?
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to think. I think it was Yanni, and I just remember being relatively close to par, and then that uphill par 3 that you can't see the green at all.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
super
probably
bold.
Yanni.
Yeah, it was Yanni, and yeah, I had a couple holes left to go, and I think I tripled that, and then doubled the next, and that's when we and Smolin, his dad was like, "You're like under par. You need to birdie this hole for us to
Oh,
win
yeah.
or something."
Yeah, this is Yanni. This is
Yeah.
definitely Yanni.
Yeah, so we all just came in limping. And
Yeah.
but any other coach story, man, would be like the tournament he told me to finish, so we didn't have to come back in the dark. And
Oh God, that was at
Yeah.
Vermont Country Club. That was the
Yeah.
neck.
I just didn't put a good swing on it. Did exactly what I wanted. The ball just kept fading, and it hit right into the hazard.
That was a tough hole, man. The wind
Yeah.
was into you.
I was playing nice, and I thought we were just gonna kind of waltz our way to that one final day. And that was tough. I don't even remember what the
Yeah.
score was, but other than that, man, good vibes from Dave. He's just seen me
Oh,
make
yeah.
some silly ass mistakes. In tryouts, missing like 1-footers a couple
I
times. I
remember
did that. That was Yip
I-
Nation.
One of my favorites is it might have been the same Oswego tournament. We showed up and we were in the bus, and he was so funny, dude. He had us riled up, and then was giving that speech, and he like
Yeah.
went around the bus and told every person one thing that they needed to do or something. And then I think he was like, "Smolin putting counts." Like it was hilarious. But he's like roasting everyone. It was unreal.
So funny.
But yeah, Dave was the absolute man. Miss him.
Yeah, for sure. The last
sure.
night was porch, bro. That was lit.
That was awesome.
That's good. Good little send off. But now how's the team
Nice.
looking?
Christopherson, he's holding it down. He's looking all right, man. He played some good golf last year.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Sar and Sar did as well, I think, too, and probably
Yeah,
Star.
so I was okay.
Yeah, Sar and Starley.
They got some guys, as long as they just play good. There's some guys there that can play really good golf.
From
Yeah, they'll be
both.
all right.
Glenn. Glenn graduated.
Yeah, he's gone.
Thanks.
All right, well, I think we could probably wrap this up. This has been a good one.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna have to see the betting analysis.
When Sam Burns wins, thank me. Thank me later. We're good.
That's facts. We had a lot of great bets here. Definitely excited to see how the players plays out and if they can even finish it. If the rain holds up.
So hopefully they finish it Monday before the storms get there Tuesday.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, guys, we truly appreciate your time. This has been episode 28. We're going to link Ryan and Zach's information below. Hopefully you guys go give them a follow. Once again, yeah, Tipped Out Podcast on Instagram, tipped_out. We're going to be coming out with a lot of new content, some cool guests, and more bets coming your way. So, Danny, any closing remarks?
No, that is all. Thank you guys for joining, and we look forward to the next one.
Incredible, guys.
Thank you guys. It was fun.
I think you
Peace
guys.
and love.
Later, guys.
Contraband got that dope.
Sometimes I don't feel alright. New girl on my face, she said she nigga, but that's why I don't feel alright. Catch me in a good mood, I just might.
Stop talking, I'm breaking the bank. Yeah, I'm popping.